We're here in Golden with Tim Haas, and Tim's going to show us the features of his house. Tim, go ahead.
Hi, welcome. This here is a solar hot air collector. It's designed for easy install. You just bolt it on the side of the house, a south-facing wall, and when the sun shines on it, the blue panels heat up behind this glass. There's a thermostat in there that triggers if there's heat needed in the house. A little blower turns on and circulates air from the house through the panel and then back into the house.
So there's some ducting through the walls.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 6-inch duct and two of them.
Two of them, okay. And you have another one up there on the porch. This is the south side of your house, so you got two of them. You could have more. I see you got a lot of room on that wall.
Yeah.
How much help are they?
In the winter, they're really good. I've seen a 60 to 70 degree delta between the air intake from the house and the exhaust going out.
Interesting.
So maybe 65 going in and 130 going out.
130 degree warm air coming in. That's better than you get out of a lot of furnaces. So how much do each of these panels cost, and are they, it sounds like they're really easy to install.
Yeah, I installed them both myself, and I think it was around 800 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall.
Mm-hmm. Each or total?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Who sells them?
My homework. This was out of a company in Massachusetts called Environmental Solar Systems, ESS.
Oh, okay. And how much has it reduced your gas consumption to heat your house in the winter?
The lowest I've seen was a 60 degree delta, but I have to qualify that with a 60% reduction in natural gas in the winter. But that's generally in like December, January. The qualification is I did this in addition to two other things to save natural gas. One was I put in programmable thermostats, which can save you a fair amount. And the other thing is I doubled my insulation in my attic from R30 to R60.
Okay.
So I don't know what contributed to what, but it's a lot more comfortable in the summer. It doesn't get as hot, and it's a lot warmer in the wintertime because of the insulation and these heaters.
Right. These are just heaters. They just sit here during the summertime. They're just useful in the winter, yeah. Okay, great. So let's go now and look at your photovoltaic installation.
All right, great.
Okay, we're across the street now looking at his house, and I can see your installation of photovoltaic panels up there. What's special about your installation there?
16 panels. They're 240 watt Canadian solar panels with 16 N-phase microinverters, and it's a unique install in that it's on the west-facing side of the roof, which isn't ideal. It's about a 24% penalty with putting it on west-facing versus south-facing, but the house was built in the 1950s, so I have no
You couldn't
choice.
rotate the house. So did you still get an XL credit for that?
Yeah, I did. I get 14 cents a kilowatt for each kilowatt produced, and it's pretty nice to get a bigger check from XL than you owe them.
Oh, okay. So you're generating more electricity than you use.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
And this array powers both the house and the car.
Yeah, I see you have in your garage there a Chevy Volt.
Yep.
How many miles have you driven it?
In 16 months, 18,500.
And how much gas have you burned?
I've only been to the gas station 10 times.
Yeah, great.
So about 85% of the time I'm on electric mode, which is about 1/4 the cost of running gasoline.
Sure. I'm having the same experience with my Chevy Volt, which is behind you in this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone 23,000 miles and burned 98 gallons of gas. So about 11 trips to the gas pump.
Oh,
okay, so let's go inside now and look at some other features of your house.
All right, excellent.
So we're inside now. Tell us some of the features inside your house.
Okay, welcome to the boiler room. The house is heated by natural gas.
Right, that's the hot water heater, but then you have the boiler over here.
Exactly.
So you did something that very few people do over here. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, this was recommended by Lightly Treading, an energy audit company, and they said to put in a cold air trap on both the upper vent and the lower vent, and the lower vent just drops into a trash can.
Yeah.
And within 22 inches of drop, that's sufficient enough to cause, it's kind of like the trap under your sink.
Yeah.
Keeps the gas out unless there's a
Right.
positive pull on it.
Right, and we should explain that nowadays you need combustion air for your furnaces, whether it's forced air or hot water, and there's one high and one low. And so before he put in these traps, this pipe would have ended right about here, and he went to Home Depot or wherever and bought this U-shaped thing to make a cold air trap up there, and down here all that was needed was to put it in a wastebasket. That is really clever. Anybody can do that.
Yep.
And that does save on it still allows the combustion air to come in, but not to come in when it's not needed.
Right. And if you have a modern combustion furnace, there's cold air is stuck directly into the furnace. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, but one question people have is they get a high efficiency furnace which has its own direct pipe of combustion air from outdoors, but then they still have a water heater with a flame. Do they still need to have the combustion air one high, one low if it's just a hot water heater like that?
I'm not the expert. I would assume so.
Okay, so in that case, people should remember that they still need to do that and consider getting these traps.
Yep.
Okay, great. So what else about this house?
Another unique feature is I've converted over time all the lighting, or 95% of the lighting, to LED, and I've also put in LED dimmers on the lighting.
Oh, dimmable LEDs.
The LEDs can be quite bright, so it's nice to be able to control the intensity.
Right.
There are a few compact fluorescents left in the house and a couple of fluorescent tubes in the garage. The main drawback to using them is they use less energy, but they also have a trace element of mercury.
Right.
So LED is a cleaner source of light. The only incandescents left in the house are the light in the oven. I haven't found an LED that's
Right.
ready, and also in the microwave.
Well, what about the refrigerator?
You can buy a bulb for your refrigerator and your freezer. That's an LED.
Yeah.
Actually, I got mine at Safeway.
Oh, really? Okay, great. And so what else? You conditioned the crawl space, you said.
Yeah, I had Stellar Energy and Solar come out, and they insulated the concrete walls. My crawl space is about 3.5 foot tall, and with an earthen floor. They insulated to R19 on the walls, and then they stretched plastic across the bottom to keep the moisture out. And
they foamed the where the top of the foundation meets the bottom of your walls.
right. The idea is the crawl space will be warmer and more conditioned, and then that will hopefully keep the downstairs floor warmer and more conditioned, especially in the wintertime.
Do you walk around in bare feet, and have you noticed a difference?
I haven't noticed a difference. They just did it in the spring. And
Oh, okay. So the first winter is still to come.
Yep.
And we already mentioned that you increased your blown-in insulation in the attic to from R30 to R60.
That was a pretty reasonable cost. After XL credits of $300, it was roughly $1,000 to double my insulation. So I've got about 22 inches of blown insulation.
Does that wrap it up, or is there anything we overlooked? I think that's it, right?
That's about it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for showing us your house and its sustainable features.
Thank you.